Another day, another cast. You ready? Well, today we are talking about how not to get into the cycle of just being roommates with each other. And I know sometimes it's easy to be like, oh my gosh, like that's never gonna happen to us. But if we don't continue to do the things to make sure that we're not just coexisting with someone, it's an automatic. And to get into such a schedule and a routine that nothing's ever different, and then you wake up and you're like, dang, like this kind of sucks. So, as far as getting into the roommate cycle, have you ever been into that cycle with someone?
Hell yeah. So much so I was like, why you even here? You big dog? Like, I can do this by myself.
Right, right.
That's why it was so easy to point it out. I think that was the first time we ever said something like that, like, this starting to feel like a roommate, was because I was able to recognize that from, a past relationship. I was able to recognize, like, we coming home, you ate, yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna grab.
Right.
Did you already shower? Yeah, you got it. The water is still some hot water, like.
You doing things so separate to where.
Did you drink my apple juice? Like,
yeah. You're just coming home to get in the same bed. You're not living life with each other. That's it.
Yeah, you're not navigating life at all. Like,
yeah.
It's literally like y'all go back to this joint venture.
One of those things that we did to make sure that we don't fall into that roommate phase is to have things that we do together. And when I say things, it doesn't have to be expensive. Like, we don't try to make our lives expensive because then it takes the joy out of the little things. So whether it be going on walks, like, because Dondre knows, like, I love a good walk, or whether it be watching a movie together on a streaming platform that we already pay for, or even just making sure that we take unplugged time to talk to each other. It doesn't have to be all night. It can be 30 minutes to just reconnect, but you have to take those little things and do the little things because, and my mom always says this, there's more of life in the everyday than there is just in the big moments. And so if you take every day for granted, you get to the big moments and be like, dang, this is it. Doing the free tasks takes the pressure off, whether you got all kinds of money or whether you're just making ends meet or whether times are hard, it still allows you to connect with your partner. And that's what matters.
Yeah, like there's so many things and activities, like we always see them on Instagram and social media of like, come with us as we do this. Like, create some of those activities. Don't pressure yourself to make content. Like,
just do it.
Do the activity together. One of the things we did was actually these spackle paintings.
Yes. Here, I will hold mine.
So it's, I'm sure you guys will see them once we kind of mess with the lighting a little. No, you can see them.
You can see them.
It's textured.
You can see them.
But we made these with 2 canvases and 1 box of spackle. Different textures that remind us of different things and different points, whatever we wanted. Like, we took the time to make those on, I want to say just a Wednesday night or a Tuesday night or something like that. Like, that was our date that, maybe cost us $20 for a pizza or something like that to go along with it, so we don't have to worry about dishes or cooking. But an activity that didn't cost us much of anything, some long extensive trip to the store and prerequisite training and all of that. Like, we just did something fun together.
Not only did it not break the bank, but it was something that we have not done before. And that brings us to our next point, is to create experiences with each other. If you only rely on your last greatest experience with the other person, you will forever be talking about the past and you won't be able to look forward to a future. The new experience, like you said, can be just taking the time to, I saw this DIY thing, like, let's do this, babe. I'm gonna pick up the supplies and when you get home, we're going to make a painting.
I know some people be like, my girl materialistic, man. She not with that type of stuff. She, like, her experience, she want Benihanas or, whatever it is. Or, well, my guy, he likes video games and he likes hanging out with his friends and this and that. Like, he's not gonna go for something like that. You don't know if you don't try. Maybe do, like, add something that they like as a part of it. Like, for me, I know my wife loves jazz. I know my wife loves, like, cheese and fruits and charcuterie and all of that. So I incorporate that into this time that we are, doing this different date, whether it's playing a new board game, she doing a puzzle, us building Legos together. We always hit on that because we know how the economy is.
Right.
Some of us are up, some of us are down, some of us are just maintaining.
Right.
Like, we want to make sure that there's always room for growth in all different income sources and stuff like that.
And then also, I want to make sure that when you plan a date night, like both of you guys take the responsibility of planning a date night. Don't put it all on the woman. Don't put it all on the man to do. Like, you guys both take responsibility and say, you know what, we haven't had a date night in a minute. And if you feel like that, don't let your mind go to, well, he ain't playing something or she ain't playing something. Like,
I'm not appreciated because you ain't playing no dates for me as a man. Wingstop at least. Like, it don't have to be like that, bro. Relax, unserious yourself.
And chances are you ain't planned a date night either. Like, you pointing a finger, but like, what have you done? So like, make sure you don't put all of that pressure on your partner. And if you feel like it's been a minute, like, just create that for you and your partner, because that's what makes it special. Yeah.
Remember our 48-hour rule. If you remember the 48-hour rule, I know you paying attention.
Look, that's it.
Apply that to date night as well. Like, if you initiated something, you planned something, give that other person
for the next week, right?
To let them plan out the date so that you can see like, oh, okay, this is thorough. And then ask those questions like, hey, where'd you find that stuff? Like, is there a page you saw that on?
And so our third point, you kind of led to that with the 48-hour rule. Like, one of the biggest things I feel like is a benefit to being married. Like, one of the distinctions is being able to just be intimate freely. And so for me, one of the distinctions that reminds me, oh, this ain't just my little roommate or this ain't just my little friend, is, when we get into that bedroom and he shows me that. Now come back over here. Get back over here. You see this belly right now. Yeah. So with that being said, also, that is something that I don't know two people that don't enjoy that, right? That's something he gonna love, she gonna love. That is something to explore as well, be it dressing up. If that's something that you haven't done before, maybe trying to get out of your box, like you said, maybe sexy cards, or maybe coming home and asking, okay, what's a fantasy that you've already had? Yeah. And then having your partner be like, okay, well, you know what? This next coming up Tuesday or something like that, get ready.
Yes. It's breaking the routine. We spoke last episode about the routines and aligning your schedule. Like, again, all of that is a part of making sure it can happen. It could just be, you know what? You don't know what day it's gonna be, but I know based on your schedule, it's certain days that you're coming home at certain times, and I just might have the capacity to do a little bit extra.
That's it.
And you can still surprise and like do these things. Like, the spontaneous nature of love is like that same way that you fell in love. Yeah. Like, you gotta keep jumping back into that. I wanted to feel like before we had the kids, when you would just get off of work ravenous. Like, all right, I can do that. Send them kids to Gigi house.
That's it. Or tell them, put them to bed early and tell them do not come out that room.
Because there's lava in here.
That's it. Like, you do, and I think that is beautiful how you said that, the spontaneity of love, when especially it's first sparked, like, that's what makes you fall in love and deepen your connection with the person. And so when you get your partner, sometimes we can take them for granted, or take the love for granted, or take the consistency for granted, that we just get in the routine and we like, all right, you good? All right, I'm good. Like, and that's something that will make you see your partner, the person that you once were head over heels for, as a roommate so fast. So don't let it happen, and don't rely on your partner to do it. Like, you have to be an active participant in this as well. It's not just on one person. Y'all two people in a relationship. Now, this next point is interesting because I know that in different seasons of life, things look different. Whether it's keeping it spicy, whether it's going and doing the little things in the everyday to show each other you love each other, or creating new experiences when you're growing life, like being pregnant, or when you have kids, it looks a little different. So how have you noticed we have had to shift, especially while being pregnant?
Just always making sure that the attention is on my spouse. I know that my spouse is reciprocating that same thing. Like, I'm not, just coming home and going to the bathroom for an hour. Like, I'm not just coming home then leaving home for an hour. Like, I'm here, I'm present, I'm making sure I love you. I'm kissing on you, I'm hugging on you, I'm trying to see what you're up to, what you're watching on TV. Sometimes I may be, can you pause the TV? Let me holler at you.
Yeah.
You all right? I see you got this face on. Like, what's this look you got? And you like, I'm just tired. Cool. Now in my mind, I know if I was thinking about initiating, like, I gotta get to preheating now. Like right now, I gotta preheat the oven. We about 4 to 6 hours before bed, but I still gotta preheat it. We may eat a little earlier, but just in case, I gotta start preheating. So that may be me, well, all right, you hungry? You ate yet? I know you know, because it's harder for her to get up. I see that it takes a little bit more to make sure that hey, I'm here with you. I'm not just like, all right, I'm ready to get the milk out the cow. Like, it ain't that type of party. Like, I want you to always feel like you are the sexiest woman in the world, and I never stopped doing all of the things that I would do before you were pregnant. And I constantly remind you were just as sexy. It is just, you swallowed a basketball.
And I think for you, like, because I always want you to know and to feel like that, not feel like a roommate, like if it's been a hard day of like cramps or something like that. So what you can do is, you know what, let me fix your plate. Let me clean up for you. Or, you know what, let me rub your feet. Or let me do something to serve you. If I can serve you, sometimes that is how our quality time is spent best now, instead of being like, oh, babe, you want to go somewhere and I'm tired. So, that's how we make sure that we don't get in the friend stage. And I think that it's worked for us. And I think the next thing that I want to do is I want to meet up at a random hotel at the bar, and I want you to approach me like we're single. But
see, I'm crazy, babe. I'm gonna go to thinking too deep, and I'm gonna be like, this better not be how you be talking to these. And then I'm gonna say something, you're gonna be like, Dondre, if you talk to one of these women, if you said that to a stranger, like,
we had to stay in character because I'm coming there with you, so I'm be like, okay, you park the car, I'm gonna just walk in and stay by the bar, and then you coming up. So it's not like you dropping me off and waiting 30 minutes. Like, you're there, we're just playing a character, Okay,
we're gonna play a character. We gotta play other characters. We can't be ourselves.
Right. Because
we be tense.
We be real tense. You down with that?
Yeah, but I am down with that.
Okay.
And I love that we be tense, because that means
we care.
Come on now.
Me too. Bye, guys.
See y'all next time, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. We didn't have a challenge for the last episode, but for this one, what are some of the ways that you guys are breaking the roomie lover friends phase of relationship, marriage, or anything like that? And again, that reminder, guys, like, make your own path, do your research, and find out what works for you. We love y'all.
That's it.